All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And we're going to jump into this chart. So Hyliion has hit a high here of 1876. We want to keep that in mind. And there's some lows here before the run that are pretty important at 1627. And then we have some other lows here at 1537. So I want every single investor to keep all these numbers in mind here, because those are the newer lows if this continues to hit newer lows, and that's the newest high if this was to continue to hit newer highs. Now we want to look at how this stock has reacted today, and resistance was actually a point of reference here where it actually broke through it. It broke through the 50-day moving average, reached highs here of about 1794, and then it started to fall. So we want to look at this closely, but currently yesterday's resistance is today's resistance as well right now. This is probably one of the most important points for this stock to break through. It's sitting on it right now at 1721. It's literally on the verge of either breaking through it and turning it into a support or getting rejected again. Now, let's look at the new support level as it's moved down to a newer location. We want to keep this number in mind for tomorrow. And we're going to look at our new resistance level in just a moment. But I want every single investor to be aware of the fact that Hyliion has been in a downward trend. There's a lot right now, not great news about it. The warrants were happening, throughout this month. The warrants, sorry about that. I pronounced it a little wrong earlier. But warrants were happening till the 21st. And a lot of different things, but let's look here at the technicals. So the 1 day is showing a sell. Moving averages are showing strong sell. The 1 week is all showing sell. And the 1 month, there's only one right now that's showing a buy. And then we have 2 showing a sell. These could start to change over time. This one has to change though, because that strong sell on the moving averages could be kind of intense. It's a little too strong, and you're seeing it again here. So we need to see how this plays out the rest of this month and coming month. But literally it hit a low there of about 1537.38, give or take, and it's just ran up by $3. We saw all the different indicators and technicals indicating that it was bound to happen. And we saw it happen. We saw that run happen, and it just took off from there. So very interesting enough, that did happen. But here we are now in a downward trend. We're below the 50-day moving average, and we got new support levels and resistance levels to watch for. So let's see here. The resistance level is the highest point here before the fall, as this was actually going up towards the 50-day moving average, and it got rejected there as well. So the 50-day moving average currently is 1739. I'd write that down. Super important number to keep in mind. Now, again, 1721, I stated earlier, that's yesterday's resistance. We need to see if that gets broken through in the next coming hours, or that gets rejected, because that can create a second resistance level there that needs to be broken through to then get to these resistance levels that we're about to talk about. So if 1721 does not get broken through, that's the first resistance level this needs to break through. If it kind of hangs out in this channel, anywhere around here in the next coming hours, if it doesn't continue that momentum, because if it doesn't continue that momentum, a rejection has formed there. And then we'll keep in mind all these other numbers. So 1721 would be the first resistance level, but we'll see right now if it gets broken through. And we'll see it as the day continues to play out till 8 p.m. after post-hour market hours, right? So that doesn't get broken through. We already know the whole basis there. If it gets broken through, technically your first resistance level would be 1739, the 50-day moving average, so this can get back into bullish territory. That would be the next point of reference, and that's the point that the bulls really want to break through. And after that, they have their new resistance that they're going to want to turn into a support, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So our support level here, which is the new low from the last recent days, as it's been in a bearish territory and bearish trajectory, 1674 is our support. You want to watch it carefully, you want to watch it closely, and you want to see how quickly is it moving towards it and how quickly does it break through it and pull away from it to newer lows. Super, super important. And then you would want to see the other support levels that I mentioned earlier, how the stock is reacting between those points and this support level of 1674. And are the bulls trying to reappear, or are the bears just tearing it down significantly? Okay, that's something you want to watch for and pay close attention to. Now, on the other hand, we have our resistance, and this resistance is 1775. If that gets broken through, this could be on its way up to newer highs and new resistance levels, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. If that gets accomplished, your next resistance level, which would be significant, would be 1794. If it breaks through both of these resistance levels, this could be on its way higher to newer highs, new resistance levels, and the bulls gaining control over the chart significantly, pulling away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. But before getting to any of those, this needs to break through 1721, 1739, and then turn 1775 into a support and pull away from it to newer highs and new resistance levels. As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video, I will be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. As you see here on the graph, these circles are the dates that the pumps have happened, and I use them as examples to show you guys how much the stocks have risen and the S&P 500 index rose on those dates. And the reason why it's rising is due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping the markets. On these dates, the charts and the dates speak for themselves, as we can see it here, and I break it down into more detail in the video. But just to summarize it, on these dates, the S&P 500 rises, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with it, anywhere from 30 cents to $3 per share. I know it may not seem like a lot, but per share that does add up, and these individual ticker symbols are giving you back profits. These are profits, and like I always say, profits are profits. Whether it's $1 put into the market and you get back $2, you've put in an initial investment and you got back more than what you started with. That's what it's all about. And also in the video, I go into further detail showing you guys these dates and showing you how much it rose. Like, for example, this was one of the last pump dates, and the lowest point that it reached was down here at 35.11, and the highest point reached was 35.57. That's like a 40-point jump. And here we're seeing the same thing. It went down to 35.88, and it rose up to about, I'd say, let's see, this is all still in the same day. It rose up to about a total amount of 36.23. When you do the math, that's almost a 40 to 50 point jump, and there's individual ticker symbols rising up with this. Now, I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform every single investor on the great news, on the opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. You have to do your due diligence and research, but these charts and the dates speak for themselves. I mean, this was probably one of the largest jumps that I've seen in the last couple of pumps, and it was down here at 33.02, and it rose up to about 33.88. That was an 80-point jump. There was probably ticker symbols rising up more than $3 per share on those dates. And even on these dates, there's individual ticker symbols rising more than $3 per share. Check it out, see for yourselves, and my best advice is look for ticker symbols that may be resembling the behavior of the S&P 500 index, and you'll be able to go ahead and give it a shot. Check it out. Again, I'm not there to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm not there to guarantee you profits. I'm just here to go ahead and share the information along with every single viewer and investor. The video should be popping up soon. If you haven't seen it already, pop up. There is the link down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.